My name's Josh Marshall, and my business is Inclusion Access, which is a disability advocacy, access consultancy, and inclusive practice education business here in Toowoomba. We work with UniSQ to work on this data capturing, and that led us to where we are right now. It's working with business owners to learn inclusive practices for their businesses. So to the wider community, we're allowing people to participate in the community. We're allowing people not to be marginalised. If anything, we're giving a voice back to those that are often not heard, that are, I suppose, one step away from what you and I may be in the community because they are unable to communicate the way that you and I may be able to. That's what we're giving back to the community. We're allowing better community participation. Initially, I was a bit unsure, just knowing that students at that time I thought may not have the business experience to build this app or to build the functionality into this app. But we did work with the team and worked out that actually they do work really well with us, and they are in a place to learn. We can teach them what a student may need to know in the business world, in data collection, in cataloging, and then obviously there's a lot of support from UniSQ to allow for that learning future in this area. So that's what brought us to working with you guys, and that's why we love it so much. What has a project taught us is the gaps that I suppose as subject experts we try and explain how things need to be done to people that have no idea what we're talking about, and there's a lot of gaps formed in the data collection process that we would otherwise not have picked up and be able to change the way in which we may explain a process without working with students. In working with the academic staff, we can understand exactly what perspective that students need to come from in learning this area, and that works then for us in the community. We are obviously working with students that have much more knowledge than even the community. Again, we're above that knowledge, and there's a big indiscrepancy there that we're trying to fulfill. So working with the staff, as we do with a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, Zoom conferences happen quite regularly, that's been very beneficial. The best part for us is actually understanding what the community requires, and from a business point of view, what is needed in business language to roll this out appropriately. The rollout is by far our biggest challenge in this form of work. Then working with the students, what a student would gain from working with us is understanding our business, our intellectual property, and our business requirements, and how they can facilitate the confidentiality or facilitate the discussions needed that otherwise that would not be able to be facilitated without this form of project. If I would share anything, it would be leave your expectations at the door. Don't come into it thinking, all right, we're working here with app developers. They're going to do exactly what we want on day one. We are in a teaching process as well. We have very good outcomes. You're not going to receive this outcome tomorrow. Do build some time into it. Do build the requirement to explain a lot what you need to explain, and spend some time yourself writing in a way that a 4-year-old would understand what you're trying to say, I suppose, as we would say as an educator in general. If a 4-year-old explains what you're explaining, you've explained it well. The next project we are working on, we've actually had it attempted to do before. Didn't work again exactly how we had fathomed it would work, but working with UniSQ, we can actually explain it a bit differently and iron out some of the bumps before it goes into full production. And I think it would be very relevant to embark on this journey again.